Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Owen Talks About Sports and Movies. So, thank you for checking out today's video. Every time that you watch, I really appreciate it. And so, while you're here, if you don't mind, please subscribe and turn on notification bells for the channel so that you never miss out on any of the fun. Any support is really appreciated. And follow me on Instagram and Twitter for updates about videos and other fun stuff like that. All right, with all the pleasantries out of the way, let's get into it. So, if you've been keeping up with the NFL at all, you know that Jamal Adams, safety for the New York Jets, has become very disgruntled with the organization. From them just not being very good to them probably not able to pay him or wanting to pay him what he's worth as the best safety in the league, to him and Adam Gase not being in each other's favors at all times. Jamal Adams has requested a trade. And so he gave out a list of teams that he would like to be traded to, and his wish was granted. So, as you probably saw yesterday, Jamal Adams was traded to the Seattle Seahawks. So this video is simply going to be me reacting to the megastar getting traded. All right, let's get into it now. So let's just dive into basically what this means for Jamal Adams, what this means for the Seahawks, what this means for the Jets, what this means for the rest of the NFL. So, as far as Jamal Adams, I'm super happy for him. The Seahawks were on his list of 7 teams that he wanted to get traded to. He's going to go from the Jets, a very dysfunctional organization, to the Seahawks, who have been a championship contender ever since Russell Wilson and Pete Carroll got shacked up together. And so I'm just really happy for him. He's going to be great in Seattle. They have a rich history of defensive superstars like the Legion of Boom. Maybe they're trying to get all back together. That could be really interesting to me. And he's going to get paid because Seattle, I think, has enough cap space to pay him and keep who they need to do and all that. So I'm happy for Jamal Adams. Now, as far as what this means for the Seahawks, I really think that this is a mega push for a Super Bowl win, for a Super Bowl title. They gave up 2 first-round picks and a starting safety just to land Jamal Adams. That's a huge price to pay. I think Jamal Adams is probably worth that. But really, this is a move to get them over the hump of the 49ers. They were really close to beating the 49ers twice last year. And so they know that the 49ers are probably the best team in the division. They're right there. They're neck and neck with them and stuff like that. So this is really kind of a move to get them over that hump. Now, I do think Jamal Adams is going to make them better. Do not get it twisted with what I'm about to say next. But I feel like maybe they could have used that capital and that package to get a position or a different position, like the offensive line or a receiver, something to help Russell Wilson because the line's really not just super great. Russell Wilson's always scrambling around and stuff like that. So that could be I feel like it would have been better for them to use that kind of capital on maybe a lineman or package it for a receiver. But I understand that Jamal Adams was on the market and elite offensive linemen just aren't on the market. Like that's not how it works. People aren't just shopping their elite tackles all the time because there're just so few rare of them. So I understand why, but I feel like maybe they should have waited or whatever. But overall, I think it's going to be a great deal. I think Jamal Adams will be happy there. I think he's going to be there a long time. He's going to get paid. And he's going to really like Seattle. And I think this move definitely puts them – obviously, they were already contending because it's the Seahawks, and they have Pete Carroll, and they have Russell Wilson and stuff like that. But I feel like this move puts them kind of into that upper tier, upper echelon of NFL teams like the Chiefs and the 49ers and the Ravens and the Saints. Kind of put them in that top 5 or 6 mix. I think that it kind of puts them on top of the tier 2 teams. Because Kansas City, in my opinion, Kansas City and San Francisco and Baltimore are kind of in their own tier. And teams like Seattle, New Orleans, Tampa Bay, Philadelphia, they're kind of in the next tier. And I feel like this move could potentially put Seattle on top of that tier, and you never know. It's the NFL, so they could, they could play with any of these guys. And the stop elite quarterbacks, you need an elite secondary, and Jamal Adams obviously provides that. So I think everybody wins. And then for the Jets, 2 first-round picks is awesome. They could use that in trade packages to get help for Sam Darnold, which he desperately needs, because I feel like he is the guy, but he just does not have a lot of help. So he really hasn't gotten a chance to show that. But, I mean, he has a winning record, or he had a winning record last year. He won all those games, and he had a mono and no help. So that's pretty impressive to me. So they could use that to trade for a receiver, or the trade up in the draft and get linemen, or, if they feel like Sam's not the guy, trade him for a different quarterback and stuff like that. So I think that the Seahawks won, Jamal Adams won, the Jets won, everybody wins. I think it's a pretty good trade. So I would probably grade this trade probably B+, just because I don't know if safety was necessarily the Seattle's biggest position of need, but it's freaking Jamal Adams, so you just do what you got to do. All right, so thank you for watching today's video. Make sure you comment your thoughts down below.